Hey everyone, I'm Jessica Bruce.
I'm Nicole O'Sullivan with the O'Sullivan Bruce Group. Welcome back to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update, brought to you exclusively by Lake TV.
Today we are here in one of our exclusive luxury listings here in Portage Shima. It is a 6-bedroom, 3-car garage, super flat lot.
Complete with a pool, it is the total package. So we're gonna go inside, let you take a little tour, and then later on we have a special guest.
Let's go check it out.
Alright guys, summer is finally here. Leaves are green, restaurants are open, pool bars are open. I'm excited.
I'm super pumped. Yeah. I love summer, Nicole. That's where my heart is.
We're going to talk a little bit about the market, what's been going on, and then later we have a property manager that's going to come on with ManageMe Properties. As everyone knows, the rental market down here is pretty intense, so we're just going to kind of pick his brain and go over that too.
Yeah. So. And that is really what we're seeing. You know, a lot of people are picking up homes for investment right now. And a lot of homeowners, though, they're still picking it up just for their personal enjoyment. It's a little bit of both. Inventory continues to stay low. Prices have leveled out a little bit. They're not going quite as crazy as they did last year, so that might be nice for you buyers to hear. I think that some of that leveling off is due to just the interest rates and such rising.
And a lot of people do say that, you know, they see a crash coming in this and that. Obviously, I can't predict the future, but most of the deals down here that we're seeing are cash. So interest isn't really affecting our market as much because we still are primarily a second home market.
Yeah, and for those of you waiting for foreclosures here at the lake, there's not a ton of them. Even the last time during the crash of 2008, it was significantly lower here than throughout the rest of the country. So if you're waiting for foreclosures here at Lake of the Ozarks, the level of buyers here and homeowners, again, they're paying cash for these. Maybe they took a small loan out on their primary residence, etc. They're pretty well set, and they're not going to take a $100,000 haircut just because the market's dipped. So be thinking about and be mindful, and you might be waiting longer than you expect.
And I mean, and some people are waiting for foreclosures, but some people just think that, you know, it's going to take a little dip. But I really don't even see that because there are so many huge developments that are coming in town. And I mean, these people aren't just like, oh, I'm gonna move to the lake and we're gonna open this. Yeah. You know, they have done their demographics and their research and they know what they're doing, so.
I would agree. Yeah. And then full-time, we've had a lot of full-time people move here from throughout the country that we'd never seen before. So there's just a lot moving parts. There's a lot going on at Lake of the Ozarks that isn't the same, you know, wherever you might be from. So a lot to think about there.
Yeah.
I think we've got John coming up next.
Yeah, let's go sit down with him and pick his brain about the rental market.
Perfect.
Hey Jess.
Yeah, Nicole, what do you need?
Did you see that new listing in Sunrise Beach?
Yeah, it was just listed 2 minutes ago.
It has 150 feet of lakefront.
And a brand new kitchen.
I'm headed out there after I type this email.
I'm on the phone with my clients. Hey, where are you going?
I already put an offer in, cash above list, and it's looking good.
Are you kidding me?
Gosh.
All right, as promised, we have John here. He is the property manager with ManageMe Properties. We're gonna pick your brain a little bit today.
All right, I'm on
and talk
for it.
about rentals. So what are you seeing with nightly and long-term rentals here?
With nightly rentals, we have got a ton of homes on the market right now. They've increased from about 400 to 500 from last year to in the 1,200 plus range.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like everyone who has been coming to the lake, because it's been so hot the last year and a half, has just been coming down, enjoying the lake, buying up the properties and turning them into rentals.
Yeah. So yeah, they are the hottest, latest, greatest things. I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but I get a lot of calls and most of them are for, can we pick up a nightly rental? We want it, we want to use it, but we want the option to rent.
Mostly they just want the option. And we've actually noticed that homes that are not rentable, even condos that are not rentable, seem to be staying on the market longer
They do.
because they're not rentable. And everyone just wants that option at least. So.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that you say that because that's one of the things I get calls about is, hey, I'm looking at this home, can I rent it? And I pull up the address and I'm like, unfortunately you can't, but this would also be a great thing to have a great realtor,
Yeah.
is because having a great realtor is knowledgeable about the area, will help you guide you to the correct property that you're wanting to do with it long term.
John, you're saying what we're always preaching. So we're going to have you on more often.
There are a lot of, especially with condo complexes, there are a lot that are kind of in litigation and stuff where it used to be allowed and now the new homeowners are trying to get it out of there. So you just really gotta be knowledgeable about it and just double check.
And then it's the same with some subdivisions as well.
Yeah.
Some subdivisions, the homeowners have gotten together and, think about it like this. Wherever you live in your primary home, St. Louis, Kansas City, Nebraska, wherever it is, do you want bachelor and bachelorette parties next to you every single night? Or do you want, just a constant turn of people? You might not. And so, that's the reason these subdivisions and HOAs and stuff have gotten together and said, we don't want the nightly rental. So it's not to deter you or, to deter the property values or anything like that. They just want to save their little slice of heaven and just have it their own.
Which is the great thing about hiring a property management company, because we know those areas and what those homeowners in certain areas are wanting. And we want to honor that. We don't want to disturb the peace down here at the
Right.
lake. We love the lake. We love how beautiful it is, and we want tourists to come back. And
Yeah.
we want people to keep buying homes down here.
So give us an example on what would be that good home or like a good condo.
So right now, the condo market is crazy. You've got tons of people buying condos down here, and how are you going to stand out? So is it your community pool down there? Is it your boat dock? Is it going to be how many bedrooms you have? How are you decorated? I see a lot of people going to the condo world because it's very modern, very updated, and it kind of makes them feel at home, and everyone wants to feel home away from home. Then on the other side, you have the homes, and homes like this one here that are on the luxury side. And everyone wants to be like, oh, okay, so this is what I have at home, but I'm taking a great vacation. I want to enjoy it with my family. I want to create memories, and that's what we want to do with ManageMe, is make memories for you guys. So having a pool is great in the luxury market. Having the best of everything, essentially.
Makes sense.
A great view, a dock, boat slips.
So the more amenities, obviously, the better. Yeah.
Yes, paddle boards and kayaks. Everyone is asking about paddle boards and kayaks.
I would have never thought that, but good to know.
Yes, they.
And so what are you seeing in the luxury world? Is it renting better than?
So your luxury market tends to rent more a year in advance. So people have come and they have experienced the lake and they're like, I want to do this next year.
Okay.
So I'm coming down, I'm enjoying this beautiful home, I'm gonna rebook next year. Actually, just last week I had a guy staying at one of our properties we took on, and he's like, I want to book this for the next 5 years over shootout weekend.
Oh, wow.
very
And I'm
cool.
like, awesome, let's get it done.
Yeah.
Versus condos, are they more like spur of the moment or just?
So condos are always going to rent. They do rent out, 6 months, a year in advance. People who have come down, created that experience and enjoyed their stay are going to re-rent, just like a luxury home. But I see more of the last minute rentals on that end. Right now I see last minute rentals across the board. Today alone, I've taken 3 rentals for this coming weekend.
Wow.
So,
Is it just because of the way people are vacationing now? Because I know I'm more that way
Oh gosh,
now.
it stresses me out.
Yeah.
She just will be like, okay, I'm going to Kansas City tomorrow.
how
Where are
I
you
roll
staying?
with it.
I don't know.
that's how I book too. Yes.
I have an
that way.
itinerary. I know where I'm going, how I'm getting there.
That's why we don't vacation well together.
What about long-term rentals? Because I know we get calls as a real estate company all the time for people looking And I mean, for what, we don't do long-term rentals, but we don't know of any either.
Yeah, I never know where to send them.
Yeah.
Long-term rentals are hard. We definitely do have a couple of long-term rentals with ManageMe properties. They are currently all rented, but I do have one coming up in June. There is a big market for it down here. We have got the potential of a casino coming in. We have new restaurants opening up all the time. So there's definitely a big opportunity for potential investors down here for long-term housing.
Long-term game.
Yeah.
So what all does ManageMe do for your clients, and how do you guys stay competitive?
So ManageMe is going to take all of the professional photography, which is great because what you see is what you get. So it's not like booking a hotel online. You're going to walk into the property, you're going to be like, this looks exactly what I saw. So that gets you great reviews right there. That's the number one thing we get comments back is our photography is amazing. It's actually the home that I'm stepping into.
Very cool.
So renters love that. So we market the property for the homeowners and we get them out to bring in those potential travelers across the nation at this point. We also are going to vet our renters.
Ooh, that's huge. Because
Yes.
there's some party
That's one of my
crowds that
questions,
come
yeah.
down.
Yes, so I
I
mean,
would have raised my hand, but you beat me to it.
so we all know that a guy's golf event or a girls' weekend getaway is code for bachelorette party. However, we aren't going to say, oh no, you can't rent it because of those rules. We're going to just hope that the renters with our vetting is going to be very respectful. So we're relaying the rules. We stay in contact with our guests. So you're gonna get the door code at 2 o'clock. You're gonna get it again at 4 o'clock because check-in is at 4. We follow up to make sure that your stay is, everything you wanted it to be just in the first 3 hours. So if you found anything wrong or you have a question on where I should go to dinner, we're here. So we're sending you an email at 7 o'clock at night. So it says, hey, how's your stay? Is everything to your liking? Can we help you with anything? And then we follow up again the night before checkout, just reminding them, hey, checkout is coming up. Here is a list of things that we would like for you to kind of have done. We do understand that, hey, it's 10 a.m. I'm waking up from a great night. We're going to get as much as we can done for the cleaning company and we're on the move.
So I, as a homeowner, if I choose to put my property on with you, what do I have to do?
You get to relax a lot. No.
I like that.
I'm good
No,
with that.
so as a homeowner, we want open lines of communication. We want to hear what you have to say about your property, who you want in your property, because I know you may not want pets in your home. You may not want those bachelorette parties, and you're gonna be very scared and concerned about like damage to your property, which I would be too.
Yeah.
And that's where we come in. We're here to give you a peace of mind, to help you with that process. We have multiple lines of communication with Airbnb and VRBO, and we have our own representatives so that this way we can resolve issues a lot faster than if I was doing it on my own.
It is really, really tough to have peace of mind when you're renting a property that you're states away from.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, so I've had a couple of homeowners who have had some, problems. Party crowds, maybe a couple of broken blinds. It's going to happen. But getting to the solution and resolving that in a timely manner, not being like, oh, I didn't catch that, and then we can't charge a renter. That's where ManageMe is really great because we're going into your property. We're checking it ourselves.
Well, John, if anyone wanted to get a hold of you and ManageMe properties, how would I do that?
You can look us up online at managemetoday.com or give me a call at 573-552-4413.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I know you're busy. It's May and it's almost Memorial season.
Yes,
so
I can't
I'm
wait.
sure you have tons of spare time on your hands.
Yeah, don't we all?
Well, thank you for having me on today. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, cheers to a successful
Busy season.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, that wraps this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update, brought to you exclusively by Lake TV. This beautiful home that we are in, like we said, is for sale. So if you have any interest in it, please give us a call. Your trusted real estate agents, the O'Sullivan Bruce Group. Until next time, I'm Nicole O'Sullivan.
I'm Jessica Bruce.